This is the real Tom Rose, and here we're asked how the author of passage 2 would respond to something said in passage 1. I find it helpful here to, before I start, try to characterize the main position of each author so I can kind of get into their head and figure out how they would respond. Here's the big difference between these two, especially relating to the truth of the past. The author of passage 1 basically thinks that if there's any change to the true facts of a story, that it's to the true facts of history, that it just becomes a story, right? Once you've changed something, it's like it's all a lie, and the best you can take from it is, maybe you find it interesting, so you go read the real thing somewhere else. So this is facts basically ruin truth. I should say changing facts. The second guy thinks his position is more along the lines of, we changed some facts, but like the basic idea of this stuff is all still true. So his position is like facts, changing facts is minor importance. So that's how I find it helpful to start to go into this. So let's look at some of these answer choices. Would the authors of passage 2 accuse the author of passage 1 of sabotaging children's educations? Wow, that is bold. Probably wouldn't do that. Also, the person in the author of passage 1 says it might prompt young readers to further investigate what was real and what was only make-believe. I don't see how that could be damaging to those children. How about the second choice? Downplaying the importance of such minor details. That one fits very well, right? The author of passage 1 is saying the truth is that fact, as presented in these stories, is loosely defined. Real figures are modified freely, and new characters are introduced to the events of the past. The second author might respond to that by saying, yeah, those things happen, but it's not a big deal, right? And that's what it means to say downplay, right? So this one feels accurate to me, but let's check the others to be sure. Third choice, denying that historical fiction is at all inaccurate. No, it says, second author says, fiction authors often take liberties with facts. So he would agree that fiction is inaccurate. So that's not true. He would agree that inaccuracies are unfortunate. So all of this felt good as an answer choice right up until this point. You may think that this is true, that both authors are interested in seeing stories that happen to be true, but there's nothing in the passage to support that, right? So it may be that the author of passage 2 thinks that inaccuracies are great, and it's a really great storytelling device, and we don't know, so you have to mark this as wrong. The last one that we can get rid of for the same reason that we got rid of the third one, right? These are for the same reason, right? That he's willing to admit that it's not accurate, so he's not going to turn around and say like, "Well, look at all these accuracies." So the correct answer is B.